Do you think that a snake is always a terrifying predator until it chooses the wrong opponent? In today's video, you will witness the most brutal scenes of snakes choosing the wrong opponents recorded on camera, where the outcome is sometimes completely reversed from what you think. Let's explore right now. Russell's viper versus krait.
This is a mix of two deadly venomous snakes.
A fierce battle takes place. The krait locks tightly onto the target, which is a young Russell's viper. The viper twists, biting back fiercely. But the krait is a species specializing in hunting snakes. Their blood possesses natural immunity antibodies. It turns the victim's necrosis venom bite into harmless.
This guy's fighting back, huh?
Despite the resistance, the assassin continuously chews and crushes. Venomous fangs pump a large amount of extremely strong neurotoxin, paralyzing the respiratory system and cutting off all motor signals of the opponent.
And the job seems to be over.
Up to the neck, and yes.
The swallowing process begins. Swallowing from the head down helps the sharp scales fold smoothly along the direction, sliding easily into the stomach without tearing the esophagus.
So this is the large hole.
Flexible jaw joints expand to the maximum. The krait slowly forces the victim's entire body into its stomach smoothly.
Lucky to have the whole action live.
The meal ends. The predator silently slithers into the grass, hiding in the darkness to digest. King snake versus copperhead. The king snake tightly constricts the copperhead. Although the copperhead carries dangerous venom, the king snake possesses a natural immunity. The predator reaches for the victim's head. The copperhead's body is limp, its skin peeling. The life and death battle was decided early on. Thanks to the lower jawbone structure, connected by extremely elastic ligaments, the king snake easily expands its mouth to the maximum to swallow the prey. The constriction coils are loosened. The predator moves its jaws rhythmically, using its backward curving tooth system to pin tight and pull the copperhead sliding inside. The middle section of the prey gradually disappears. The contraction of the muscle bundles along the body helps the king snake gradually push the giant amount of food slipping deep down into the stomach. The final tail segment slips into the esophagus. The king snake carries a bulging belly, slowly flexing its body to move, starting a silent digestion cycle lasting for days. Cobra versus reticulated python. Under the forest canopy, the reticulated python gradually loses ground, despite having powerful constriction muscle bundles. It still quickly becomes paralyzed by the neurotoxic venom from the cobra's bite. The struggling completely fades away. The toxin has cut off the respiratory system, leaving the python with its mouth open, motionless. The king cobra patiently holds the prey tight, waiting for death. The hunter finds its way to the prey's head. Swallowing from the head down is a survival instinct, helping the python's scales fold smoothly along the direction, not getting stuck in the esophagus. The swallowing process begins, thanks to the jawbone structure connected by elastic ligaments. The cobra's oral cavity expands to the maximum to swallow the giant prey whole. Each muscle contraction rhythm pushes the meat mass into the stomach. It borrows friction from the tree roots and rocks below as leverage, pulling the reticulated python's body sliding deep inside. The final tail segment disappears. The king cobra heavily slithers away. This large meal provides enough nutrients for it to hide itself and not need to hunt for many weeks. Rattlesnake versus hawk. On the desert gravel, the rattlesnake flicks its tongue to collect scent particles, transmitting them to the analyzing organ on the palate to help identify the surrounding environment. Above, the hawk with superior vision can detect movement from afar. It silently observes the coiled prey below. The hawk lands immediately. The rattlesnake shakes the horny segments on its tail vigorously to create a threatening rattle. It pulls its head back to maximize its defensive reach. Avoiding a direct attack, the hawk spreads its wings wide. This behavior acts like a shield, drawing the snake's bite into the harmless feathers. The rattlesnake is taken down before the extremely strong gripping force from the hawk's talons pierces the scales, locking the venomous head tight. Coucal versus cobra. The cobra rears high, expanding its hood in warning, facing it. The coucal spreads its wings wide to intimidate. The thick feather layer becomes a natural shield. It creates a fake giant stature to disorient the target. The deadly venomous fangs are launched consecutively, but only bite into thin air. Exerting strength on missed strikes makes the cold-blooded reptile deplete its energy very fast. It has to lower itself to slither away and escape. The coucal seizes the opportunity, pecking aggressively at the tail. It completely neutralizes the opponent's agility. The snake twists its body to fight back, but the coucal always keeps its distance to dodge the biting range. The sturdy horny beak continuously grabs and thrashes the prey hard against the ground. The repeated impact force aims to break the spine structure, permanently eliminating the prey's ability to rear high. The stamina-draining tactic completely wins. The cobra collapses, paralyzed on the mud. The coucal clamps tight onto the prize's body, slowly dragging it across the dirt patch. Speed and stubbornness have defeated venom. Water monitor versus cobra. Under the water trench, the monitor lizard bites tightly onto the middle body of the cobra. Cornered, the snake aggressively rears its head, expands its hood, and continuously strikes at the enemy's face. The venom-carrying bites are almost ineffective. The hard and dense horny scale layer of the monitor lizard helps it withstand the fatal attacks. The cobra tries to wrap tightly around the opponent's head to find a way to escape. But the monitor lizard still calmly holds its jaws tight. The monitor lizard swings its head, thrashing the snake hard against the water surface. This is a typical hunting tactic of large reptiles, aiming to disorient and break the opponent's spine. Despite possessing terrifying venomous weapons, the snake species severely lacks stamina in prolonged physical tug-of-wars. The snake's speed has been completely neutralized on the muddy terrain. The water monitor tightens its jaws, silently dragging the prey fading from view, ending the battle and affirming its dominant position. Boomslang and chameleon. The chameleon is performing a desperate defensive display by inflating its chest. This is a visual deception instinct, making it look larger, aiming to chase away the enemy, compensating for the weakness of slow movement. The snake continuously flicks its forked tongue. It brings the scent particles into the Jacobson's organ on the palate to accurately analyze the prey's position. Thanks to this sensor system, all of the chameleon's movements are captured. The snake launches a fatal strike and maintains the bite force. Because it is a rear-fanged snake species, it is forced to clamp tight and chew, so the venom from the back of its jaws pumps deep into the victim's body. This tactic gives the prey no chance to escape. The venom quickly takes effect, causing the chameleon to be completely paralyzed. When the resistance ceases, the predator loosens its jaws. Readjusting the prize's carcass to prepare to swallow it whole. The hunt ends perfectly. The images just now show that in nature, no predator is invincible. A wrong decision can turn an advantage into a disadvantage in just a few seconds. And that is exactly what makes the wild world become harsh, but also full of fascination. If you find this video fascinating, hit like. Leave a comment about the moment that surprised you the most, and subscribe to the channel to continue watching other dramatic wild stories. Thank you for watching. See you again on the next journey of discovery.